Welcome to Victory Lane. You made it. Congratulations, you place first. Now list your name with the other champions.
STPL. Hello guys, welcome to today's STPL. We are going to be going into the second of our round 1 playoff games for season 4. I'm still feeling a little bit off today, so I do apologize. I actually took the day off work today where I felt kind of sick, so let's hope this goes okay. My stomach's feeling a bit weird, but we'll get through it. Starting us off here is going to be iRk, the without a doubt best team in Europe. They just came off the back of a BWCL win, if I remember correctly, and they are riding high. Their roster is ridiculously good, and it's really hard to find fault in anything. And I think they're one of the only teams where when you look at their wins, their Protoss have had 102 wins between them. That is insane. Admittedly, 61 of those are from DeWalt, but that makes it even more impressive. DeWalt is a god, and he's definitely proven himself in the STPL so far. Their opponent's going to be kind of a newcomer to the playoff scene of STPL. They fought really hard throughout the group stage. It is going to be Ash. Ash historically haven't done too well against iRk, but this is kind of a new Ash now. They've got a better roster. They're a lot more organized than they were in Season 1, 2, and 3. So, maybe Season 1 and 2. Season 3, they were more organized, but the competition was just a little bit too much. They barely didn't make it to the playoffs. But here they are again. They are going to be up against tough opponents here, but it's going to be cool to see how they're going to do. If we have a look at the lineups we're going to be seeing today, it's going to be Favorite versus Squall in a PvZ. We're going to have a TVP between Medino and Quark. We're going to have a PvT between DeWalt and Hit 'em Up, and a TVZ between Vodi and Ogzerg. So there's not a single mirror matchup today, and Ogzerg flag is Macedonia because he is Macedonian, if I remember correctly. Is that the Macedonian flag? Have I got the wrong flag? I'm going to Google this quickly. Macedonia flag. Yep, it's the flag of North Macedonia. It was adopted in 1995, apparently. It's a cool flag. But either way, we have some good matches. Let's introduce our first couple of players. Starting us off is going to be Favorite. Favorite, I would say, out of all of the iRk Protoss, isn't necessarily the favorite on their roster, but he's definitely earned his place up there near the top with the Walt and the Oya as well. I would say Favorite is definitely just following behind them. He is a very, very strong Swedish Protoss, and he is very, very fun to watch. He's not played too many PvZs. He's been getting mainly PvTs and PvPs, but he's finally going to be able to show off his PvZ again. And I'm interested to see how it's actually going to go. His opponent is going to be the only Squall. Squall, one of the only players recently to be doing incredibly well for Ash. He joined them in Season 3, I think, near the end. And in Season 4, he's done incredibly, incredibly good. So it's always good to see him play. Some of his recent games were really good, especially his win against True Touch as well. That was definitely one of his best performances of Desert Dwellers. So this is going to be on Tears of Goddess, our first map of today. 4-player map, relatively standard, plays very similar to Luna, and honestly, we've not had too many long games here. Our average PvZ duration is about 15 minutes, but as we've seen, there's not been too many of them, so let's jump into it. Let's see how we're going to get on. It's Tears of Goddess, it's a PvZ, and it's starting now. Okay, starting us off here in the top right-hand corner, fighting for Ash. It's Squall in the yellow, fighting for Spain. And his opponent down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the magenta, fighting for iRk. It's Favorite. Is he going to be the favorite in this game? That is yet to be discovered. Creative, you realize it was freed. You don't need to say that anymore. It's done. I freed it. Gotta find something else. Yeah, I freed it because we made the $2,000 prize pool goal. Thank Anonymous for that, because he donated like $600 or something to hit the goal, which is really, really impressive. I'm really, really thankful. I must admit, there's one thing I have to do right now, just before we get into the game, and I actually have to pay more attention. I just want to apologize to Lucky Noob, because he built a load of, like, cheerfuls, and I haven't used a single one of them this season, so I do apologize. I will use them next season, but basically I never actually got the videos ready to do the cheerful stuff, and I couldn't get it to look good. So that's basically what it is. And Creative, the funny thing is, he's saying you freed it nice. I love you, Kicks. But what you don't realize is I freed it as we went into playoffs when Red were knocked out, and I'm never going to host STPL again. There we go. That would be the ultimate troll move, but that's there is going to be another STPL. Honestly, at the moment, I'm not sure when, but we'll find out. I've kind of been feeling very burnt out with a lot of stuff recently, so I think I need to have a break for a little bit and then decide. Because the thing is, it's not good to start a tournament as we go into summer either, because during summer, everyone always like takes a break. So, I mean, especially this year, if a lot more people get vaccinated, I think we'll probably have a lot of people traveling around a lot more. Okay, so we've got 3 hatcheries coming up here for Squall. No lair just yet. Not really too much of anything going on back here for Squall, but Favorite is going for that gateway expand. Yeah, a lot of stuff has been happening recently that burned me out. I mean, I spoke a little bit about it yesterday, but there's some personal stuff going on in my head that I'm not really sure about right now. So it's kind of difficult. Like, I'm not really in a position to talk about it either. Yep, I find it insane how well BSL is doing, though. That's kind of insane. Like, 600 plus viewers, it's crazy. I'm really happy for Zero, but I don't know where all these people have come from. Like, is there even 600 people in the Brood War community? Like, where are they coming from? What the fuck? Yeah, the trouble is, like, Creative saying you should take more time for myself. That is a good thing, but my time for myself I usually just spend in VR and don't do anything else, so... But 600 viewers is insane. Like, Zero has done such an amazing job with BSL. I think the format hurts STPL when it comes to viewership because a lot of people don't want to follow team leagues. I think that's part of it, and also it is a mix of Koreans and foreigners, and I think a lot of people think it's not fair. So that's probably why, but it didn't really bother me too much. Now this is an interesting situation. Squall gets himself in between the probes and the zealots. The probes doing a very good job blocking that wall for just a moment, and that's good. Okay, so Hydra speed is coming up before Lair, so we are going to have a Hydra bust coming in. Now this is a good map to defend against Hydra busts, given how short, like how small this area is, and how many cannons you can fit in behind this, but Favorite doesn't have any way of scouting what's coming. There's a lot of Lings blocking his zealots from being able to get across the map, and that's going to make it very dangerous, because if you do not scout that Hydras are coming towards your base in large numbers, you are going to lose the game. Yeah, the one thing with the VR stuff that is a problem, and it's not a problem, it's a good thing as well, but I think one thing I didn't realize when I first started playing VR chat a lot, just while we wait for the Hydras to run across the map, is because it's an entirely social game. It's all about relationships with other humans, and that's hard enough in real life, and it's even harder in VR. Like, you can make genuine friendships, and it's so good, but there's also like the bad side of like people having arguments and stuff like that. It's rough. It can be hard. It's quite tiring. But here we go. Looks like Squall going to get ready to push into the wall here. There's not much to defend the cannons. I mean, added on at the back. I really like this cannon positioning here. But looks like the Hydra speed is done. Did he go for speed before range? No, range is done as well. So he is going to be attacking the wall, but okay, I do not have any idea how that must have run here and then run back. But yeah, the gateway at the front is going to go down, but there is enough cannons now that he should be fairly safe. The Corsair is going to be able to run around here. There's actually 4 Overlords stacked incredibly close together here. This is going to supply block Squall if he can kill those by quite heavily, in fact. Just a single Hydra blocking him from losing all of those Overlords. I think he should probably just focus them, but doesn't want to lose any of his Corsairs if he can. Just getting a scout off on them as well, but there we go. So, I mean, basically the Hydra Bust did not do much at all. Looks like a cannon was cancelled at the back when he realized that no more Hydras were coming. But he's not overbuilt cannons, and he's in a very good spot to try and move forward in this game now, because a lot of times basically with Hydra Bust, they're often won by the Protoss over defending. If you build too many cannons, the Zerg can just kind of do what they want, and they get 4 bases, they get Hive, and then it just basically becomes nearly impossible to win. And Creative, I'm gonna say that please do not remind me about how old I am, or I'll ban you. Creative saying, can you imagine 2009 is like 11 or 12 years ago? It's not. It was 4 years ago. It wasn't that long. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it was that long ago. No. Oh my god. How can it be that long ago? It's not right. I'm 30 now, so don't tell me about being 30, man. There's nothing wrong with being 30, by the way. Being in your 30s is just like being in your 20s. There's no difference. Like, really, it's exactly the same. Now, either that was a god tier scout by that Zergling to see where the Corsairs were, or that was a misclick, but I'll take it. That was pretty good. Mindflayer is 35 is saying being in your 30s like, I'm gonna die soon, my life is over. Oh my god, no it's not. It's definitely not. Don't be like that. You don't want to be like that. Thing is, the average life expectancy for humans now in most countries is like 80 plus, so we're not even halfway there yet. We're okay. As long as we all live to the like average life expectancy, which is expected to go up, then we should be okay. Hopefully our generation, by the time we get to like 95, that will still be young. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. Hoping for that big like either cryogenics thing where they can freeze us until we can be unfrozen and like healed, or some kind of like anti-aging device. Hopefully that'll come up. But looks like we are going to have Zealots taking on some of these Hydras in the middle of the map. Hydra's not actually fighting back, so a lot of free kills being put in here. Just 2 Corsairs, causing so much pain for Squall as he's forced to keep all of his Overlords together. But once again, really nice unit movement by Favorite, going to catch more and more of these Hydras. And that means there's not actually that much back here defending. Lucky Noob saying cryogenics isn't going to happen. What do you know, Lucky Noob? You don't know anything. A Matrix upload would be okay, I'll take that. If it means I can become a cute anime girl and just, like, live out the rest of my days, which is eternity, as, like, a cute anime girl, I'll do it. Sign me up. Put me in the pod. Okay, we've got a muteless switch here. Now, usually when a player is going for Corsairs, you don't do this. But favorites stopped at 2 Corsairs, so this is going to be a very, very strong switch. Yeah, I would probably go into the Matrix as well if I could. I don't see a reason why anyone wouldn't. It's just life without any of the pain, right? Okay, in this case, you know, because you sign up. Oh my goodness. Squall actually blocked his gas. I didn't know you could do this. Like, they obviously can't get through here. Okay, my ideal, like, reality would be, you know, like, Ready Player One is not a very well written book. The film is okay, but it's not very well written. What I would do is I would upload myself to, like, a VR world like Ready Player One. That would be insane. Can you imagine how fun that would be? No pain, no gain, no worries, no financial pressure. Just your consciousness living on forever in whatever form you want in a VR world, which could be anything you want. That is so cool. I would do that. I would 100% sign me up for that shit. I'd go back and, like, visit Proleague, you know, when it was still on. That'd be, like, my world to go to. The best thing about the Matrix is the Animatrix, by the way. I still stand by that. It was incredibly good. But here we go. It looks like we are going to have Hydras being taken down. This is a very, very nice Zerg sandwich here. Looks like Squall became a... Nah, I'm going to repeat the joke. Squall became a Squall sandwich between the two parts of the Protoss army, but there's still a lot of Hydras in the middle of the map here. But they're not going to defend his other units. They're going for a counterplay. At least it looks like they are. They're kind of just sitting here at the moment. But the other thing is, we just to go back to the existential crisis we're all having right now. What if it turns out life is actually a simulation and we're all part of an AI at the moment? And there we go, look at it, nice storms on the Hydra's. Favorites unit control incredibly strong here. The amount of purple on the minimap streaming from all over. Squall is taking a lot of damage here. His army is falling. There's so many Dragoons left. 3 base worth of Protoss. An infinite number of Dragoons heading on over into this engagement. And this is just getting more and more ridiculous, but the other units fall, Dragoons eventually will die to Hydras. They do not do that much damage, and they do take a lot, so it looks like Squall is holding on for now, but he's down by 50 supply at the moment, 60 supply even. My maths is as good as ever. But Favorite going to use this momentary lack of units out in the middle with a pushback to defend to take a 4th base here and regroup. I must admit, if it turned out I was in a simulation and someone gave me the life I had, not that my life has been bad, but I mean, it's not like I'm rich or I'm not like all powerful or anything like that. I have some questions, like what? Why did I have to be like a normal ass guy? Like why couldn't I have been like a really powerful person with no worries, no financial pressure, no need to work? Like, what have you done to me? Oh my god, if I just didn't need to work, that'd be so good. If I could somehow get through life without needing to work again, I would be so happy. That would just be me. Lucky Noob saying powerful people have a lot of worries and pressure. I don't know. I mean, they seem to be able to get away with literal murder, so... What I would do if ever I was... Okay, it looks like we're going to have a counterattack down here to the bottom right. This base is going to be taken down. The hatchery falls. And I'll go back to my existential crisis moment in a minute. We've got a lot of Protoss units heading up towards Squall's natural here. We're going to have Zerg being the one creating the sandwich this time. This is going to be a Lurker Hydra Tomato sandwich. And is it going to work out? The storms are incredible. and they are killing so many of these Hydras. There's a lot of lurkers, but it doesn't really matter. GG, Squall taps out in favorite with a Great Storm on the drones at the end, takes game number 1. We'll be back in just a moment with game number 2. Okay guys, welcome back. So we're here for game number 2. It's the playoffs of season 4. We've got iRk's Medino, the Viking Terran, with his excellent quote, "Form is temporary, class is permanent." And he is a very, very strong Terran player, one of the best outside of Korea, and just overall an incredibly, incredibly strong player. We should really get an updated picture for him though, given he's wearing his Rev shirt. It's rough. But yeah, let's have a look at his opponent. It's going to be one of the only British players in the STPL. It's Quark. Quark, a very old school player from the country I'm from. He now lives in America because he's a dirty turncoat. And there we go. But basically, Quark, a very, very strong Protoss player. Quark is the person who, out of anyone, I think, in the foreign scene, has upset Artosis the most. If there's one player that we can all agree Artosis hates from the bottom of his heart, it's probably Quark. There was a lot of drama, a lot of everything that went wrong in that situation, but overall Quark is a good Protoss player. He's not played too many PVTs, but the ones he's played, he has lost most of them. Lost against Ziggy, SPX, and Cryok, but he was up against really strong players. The map they're going into has been a little bit more favored for Terran, although we've not had too many TVPs. Only 6 games played here so far, and they have all been relatively quite long. 2 of the last 5 games went over 30 minutes in just TVP alone. This is one of those maps where if you get past the early game, it goes on for a very long time. So let's see if we're going to have a long TVP here, or if we're going to have a short one as we get into game number 2. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand corner in the magenta fighting for Ash, it's Quark from the UK. And he is going for a proxy, and starting us off here in the bottom right-hand corner, fighting, or the top right-hand corner even, fighting for iRk from Norway. It's Medinho, the Viking Terran. I wonder if Medinho has been playing Valheim. My friends have all got addicted to that recently. I'm kind of thinking of buying it myself as well. But there we go. Oh yeah, to go back to my existential crisis while we wait for this proxy gateway to build. Yeah, I would definitely upload my consciousness if it meant that I could live however I wanted to live and not have to worry about anything ever again. That'd be a very, very good trade-off, I would say. As long as it meant I never died and I never felt any pain, and I could maybe still talk with people in the real world, I would do it. That'd be sick. I think one of my biggest fears is not knowing what, like, one of the saddest things about the idea of dying is not knowing what's going to happen after you're gone. Like, I want to know everything. Like, I want to know what humanity is going to be doing in 10,000 years if we're still alive. Like, what have we achieved and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. It looks like Medinho actually going to pull his SCVs to kill the gateway. This isn't necessary when it's a gateway so close to you. I would actually say this is detrimental, but he really wants to make sure he doesn't have to deal with those early zealots. And Medinho looks like he could actually kill this gateway before the zealot comes out, and that's going to put Quark really far behind. It's kind of a trade-off that you have to make. He's even cancelled the zealot here. It's a trade-off you have to make. Do you kill it with your SCVs? Do you take the mining hit? Because, I mean, you look at what Medinho has back in his base right now, and he's got nothing. But he blocks the gas steal, and everything that could go right here for Medinho is great. So now Medinho is actually going to pull his marine and probably run straight across to his opponent's base. May go for the... Oh my god, look at this, he's building another... Why would Quark build a gateway here? This is not going to finish, or if it does finish, it's not going to be able to do anything. I guess Quark is just wasting Medinho's time here, just forcing him to deal with this. Now, the probe... is the probe going to kill a marine? No, okay. Oh my god, Medinho's actually pulled 2 SCVs again. He really wants to make sure that this dies. He does not want to have to deal with this. I'm not really sure why you would pull the 2 SCVs in this situation. You should just kill the pylon and all of a sudden the gateway's not going to do anything. Because look at this, he just cancels the gate. Like, that was going to happen anyway, I feel. But now this is the moment where Medinho either goes to expand or he goes all in. You can actually go all in. Usually you would need a second Rax by now if you want to do that, but he is actually going to play this out normally. Going to build a bunker at the front. Go for a factory. And then go for the command center. Creative saying he thinks Quark's ahead in this situation. I don't think he is. I mean, Medinho's factory is so late, but so is everything that Quark is doing. Like, Quark delayed himself very, very long. Like, Quark has the probe lead, which I guess is a bonus, and he did not have that lost mining time, but Medinho's expansion is going to be up beforehand, so I think in the long term, Medinho definitely comes out of that a little bit ahead. I don't think he's super far ahead, but I think he's just a little bit in front. I think if Quark had got the gas steal, Quark would be insanely far ahead right now. But because he didn't get the gas steal, it's fine. So I learned it was either today or yesterday, I can't remember because I've been so tired recently. The Flash is going to the military, which is why there was the wildcard tournament. And apparently Soulkey is going to the military as well now, so he's gonna go finish it off. This was played about 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I think it was, because the semi-finals were played... Ah, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. No, maybe it's 3 weeks ago now, actually. The semi-finals were played on Sunday. The semi-finals, by the way, will be casted on Friday. And Wednesday we're going to be doing whoever wins out of this against the winners of yesterday's cast, which I won't say for now, just in case anyone's not games. But Naz played against Network. You're going to find out when you tune in tomorrow anyway who won, but I'll leave the mystery up to you to find out if you want the mystery or not. Yeah, we've got the Academy and Armory coming in. Pretty good timing on these. They're obviously a little bit later than what you'd be expecting, but we had Medino go for a band, which means he's in even better position than he would be if he'd gone straight tanks. And this gears him up very well for like a 4 or 5 fact push. I do wonder if that's what we're going to see Medino. You could also go for a very quick third, but I think going for a quick third against Quark can be quite deadly. We do have a single shuttle, but there's no Robo Support Bay just yet, so it is going to be for a Bulldog. Now, I don't think a Bulldog is going to work very well in this situation, but I guess we'll find out. But Medino, when you look at his map vision, is so good right now. He is so good with his vultures, using all of his mines where he can. He's going to block the expansion spots, and he's going to be able to see everything that's coming in. Now, when we look at his vision, he's even going to see the shuttle fly past here. Is he not? Oh, there we go. He sees it. Okay, so Medino should know that he's got units going towards his main, although no reaction just yet. Oh, this could actually be quite deadly. Observer coming out, going to help clear up some of these mines, but I mean, 4 Zealots and a shuttle, not necessarily going to do all that much, but when there's only really 2 siege tanks back in your main, I would probably put the Zealots at an advantage there. Just at least for a little bit anyway. I love this like trash field as well. It looks so nice. Minerals did a very good job of making this map look great. These dead Marines look like the core contingency units from Total Annihilation. Now the guy is going to help push towards some of those units. Now it really does look like Quark wants to go for a bust here. But is he going to be able to get his Zealots in behind on top of the tanks? That is going to be the big deciding moment in this game. He's up to 4 factories, pumping nothing but those units. The shuttle is almost dead as well, and realistically that means this push is dead, right? And yeah, Quark hasn't actually made probes in a very long time. He is going all in here, and he wants to beat Medino super hard. There's not that many tanks right now. But if he can repair this bunker, the shuttle goes down immediately. Just a single Zealot gets out. That's not going to be enough. The SCV comes up here to repair the bunker, but the tanks have gone down. Is he going to be able to break his way through here? It's going to be so close. The bunker holding on. The Observer's been taken down, and Medino holds. And now Quark is in a lot of trouble. That did not go well at all for poor Quark there. Looks like Norway once again is going to have their way with the UK. Quark taps out. GG. Medino wins game number 2.
power!
Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for the STPL Season 4 Playoffs game number 3. We're going to have DeWalt versus Hit 'em Up. DeWalt, one of the best players in the league with more wins than any other player overall. A 77% win rate against all races and a 78% win rate against Terran. And that is over 28 games, which is ridiculous. He's called the Miracle Toss for a reason in the STPL, and he is currently on a 10 win streak against Terran. Can he make it an 11th? We'll have to find out. His opponent is a strong Canadian Terran here, but can he stand up against the might of DeWalt, the might of DeWalt? Obviously, we're going to have to find out as we get into the game, but Hit 'em Up. Very respectable 58% win rate himself, ranked 38 overall, which is incredibly good as well. And he has played against DeWalt once. They did lose. Well, he did lose even, but there's no shame in that. There is no shame in that whatsoever. DeWalt is such a strong player. It's very difficult for anyone to go up against him, but the map we're going into is Neo Moonglaive. We've only had 4 TVPs on this map so far this season. The rest are all from Season 1. So there's only been 9 TVPs on this map overall, but this map has turned out incredibly balanced. Like, a lot of people like Neo Moonglaive is unbalanced, but look at the stats. The stats prove it all. We've had some really good games on this map as well, although most games do end up ending pretty fast, so that is a problem. The one matchup that I love on this map that we've not nearly had enough of is TVT. TVT on this map is legendary. It's so good. But either way, without further ado, let's get into game number 3. It's DeWalt versus Hit 'em Up. Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the red, fighting for Ash. It's Hit 'em Up. And his opponent in the yellow in the 12 o'clock location, fighting for iRk. It is the one, the only, the Miracle Toss. It's DeWalt. two neighboring countries here battling it out, Russia and Canada. Not wrong on that, right? Canada does link up with Russia. I don't think there's a land border, but it's very close by sea, if I remember correctly. But either way, I call them neighbors for the sake of this. Everyone knows DeWalt. A lot of, like, if you watch the STPL, you'll know who Hit 'em Up is. If you used to watch Foreign Brood War a long time ago, Hit 'em Up has been active for a very long time, so you may have seen him before under his old ID Logan. One of the few sort of active Canadian players, I believe, actually. You've obviously got Dragon, you've got Hit 'em Up, and you've got Whip. The STPL, I think it's just those three, which is pretty impressive, given the size of Canada. I guess it's very big, but there's very few people there. Cross is not Canadian. I don't care what the BSL stats say. Cross is Korean. He lived in Canada for a bit, but I think he lives in Korea again. Like, I don't think there's any part of Cross that is Canadian. I don't understand. I think he lived in Canada while he went to university or something. But I think he's been in Korea now for a few years again. Unless I'm completely wrong and he's like half Canadian, half Korean, but as far as I'm aware, he's fully Korean. Not that it bothers me, but I don't get why he's classed as a Canadian player, because he definitely isn't Canadian. I guess it's like when people used to say Scan was an American player because he went to university in America. Wait, did that happen or am I making that up? I seem to remember Scan living in America for a while. Uzbekistan saying he just wants the sweet, sweet foreigner Brood War money. That would be fair enough if it wasn't for the fact that Odith and DeWalt exist. Because no one's getting foreigner Brood War money without taking down them too. Oh, it did happen. Okay, so he did actually live in the US. I thought he did. We had a gas steal, by the way, coming in from DeWalt. Not really going to be too impactful in this game, but definitely a little bit annoying. Apparently Scan got mad he was considered a foreign player. That's funny. Oh my god, is Hit 'em Up going to do something cheeky up here? Is he going to go for like a 2 racks or something? That'd be kind of cool. We've got a nice wall off at the front. That should make it a little bit easier to defend, but with this wall off, it can make it a little bit difficult to actually repair against Dragoons, so you need to be a little bit careful. And DeWalt is building a robo outside of his opponent's base. He is going to waddle a Reaver up to the bunker, and he is going to play this like Snow played against Flash on Gladiator in the ASL. Was it against Flash or was it against Light? I can't remember. It may have been against Last, but either way, the bunker is going to die, and it is going to die incredibly quickly. And Hit 'em Up is not going to know this is coming. This could be an incredibly fast game here, because there is pretty much nothing that Hit 'em Up is going to be able to do against this. His factory is so late. He's actually going for an engineering bay. Is he going for bio? He still doesn't have any gas. He doesn't have enough gas for a factory. He is so dead. I hate to call it so early, but how... It would take a miracle against the Miracle Toss to be able to win this game. That is absolutely insane. The support bay coming up in the main base. The Dragoons have come in range, but they still do not know about the buildings. I don't think it is going to be bio. Yeah, he's going into 2 factory here, but honestly, if he built Marines right now, that would probably be better than not building anything, because he is going to be in for a world of hurt. He sees the proxy, he sees the gateway, he sees the robo, and he is going to be hitting panic stations now, because DeWalt's on 1 base. This is technically an all-in. If Hit 'em Up can win, he is going to be in a very good spot to take the game in the mid-game. But he has to survive against the onslaught here of DeWalt. And that is so unbelievably difficult when you're against Reaver in a... Oh no, he pulled the... Wait, did he pull the SCV away too early? He did. He's not going to be able to defend the bunker. The bunker's going to fall before the Reaver comes. Oh, I hate watching this. It's so anxiety-inducing. Okay, he's going to use his barracks to try and soak up some of these hits if he can. Oh, he's going to block the Reaver Scarabs, maybe. That could be a good move if he can make it happen, but this is the moment where things go from bad to worse. He's got a bunker on the high ground. He's actually going to have to give up his natural. Now, the Marine's going to be able to get up the ramp. The SCV's getting in the way. He needs to wait for his tanks. The tanks are so far away. The Reaver is going to be able to clean up everything here. And one bunker and some SCVs on a ramp is all that Hit 'em Up has to be able to hold on to this. And this is going to be so unbelievably rough. Most of his SCVs have been pulled now. SCV at the front to eat some of the Scarabs here. Tank in the main base. Dragoons chasing it down. But this is game over. 6-minute curse is activated. And there is nothing that poor Hit 'em Up can do. GG. Hit 'em Up taps out. DeWalt wins game number 3. And Zakistan, he got gas stole, so he couldn't do anything else. That was literally what he was stuck with. Back in a moment, guys. Okay guys, welcome back. We are heading into game number 4. This is the victory lap for iRk. They have won. They have advanced in the playoffs and they'll be facing against our winners from yesterday. but this is going to be either a victory lap for iRk or a chance, a redemption for Ash. As starting us off in the top left-hand corner, in the white fighting for iRk, it's the Swedish Terran, Body. His opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner in the green, fighting for Ash. From Macedonia, it's Optzerg. Well, this is going to be our final game of this evening. We will have more games tomorrow. We're going to be going into the iRk versus Blank game. You can find out who they're playing tomorrow when you tune in. You can obviously, if you saw yesterday, you will know as well, but it's either going to be Naz or Net Wars, so it's going to be a good series regardless. Okay, so not really too much going on right now. Vodi is going to be expanding very early on, possibly going for a barracks fast expand here behind a wall. Now, I can't remember, but I'm fairly certain if you build a barracks here and then like an engineering base, and then that makes a tight wall, but I guess he's just going to make the smallest wall he possibly can. He'll just have to block this with something. Oh, it's a TVZ, isn't it? Sorry, I completely forgot it wasn't a TVP. But Body are going to be going for bio behind this. Now this is one of the maps where if you can defend your natural, you can defend your third as well. Although the minerals of the third are a little bit exposed from behind. Interesting choice going for this wall against Zerg, just because it's not Ling tight. So if he went for a Ling all in, which we obviously know he isn't, then that would be a very different situation. But here we go, you'll see the third base here. So minerals completely exposed from the middle of the map, which means Marines are going to be able to take out the drones on the base if he wants to. But the gas is going to be free to take. There is going to be nothing until tanks come along that can attack this hatchery. I don't think a Marine can stand here and attack the hatchery. These can be mined out, so you need to be careful that you don't mine those, because the path is actually blocked. But we'll have to see how that goes, obviously. And I think I just said the same thing about 6 times in a row. I mentioned before, but I am a little bit tired today. I've been tired for like the past 5 days. I don't really know what's going on, but I'll get there eventually. I'll wake up. I'm a little bit more awake today than I was yesterday at the very least, so that's something. Yeah, when you're going bio, it's very weird to actually wall in, so it is going to be a factory play. So Vodi is going to go for mech. It's a little bit later than your standard mech, just because you are opening with a 1 Rax fast expand first, which is going to delay your factory. But it's not the biggest deal. You can go for mech off of this. This is kind of like the more normal 1 Rax, well, the more normal mech opening these days. Post 4K saying drink more coffee. I don't drink coffee because I don't actually like the taste. But then again, I've not tasted enough coffee, but I know the bitterness puts me off. But drinking tea right now when my stomach hurts is probably not a good idea. I'm drinking water at the moment, but I don't know. I like drinking water, but it just doesn't feel good, right? It does, but it doesn't like it doesn't taste great. It doesn't taste of anything. Also, post 4K, I don't want to start drinking coffee because A, coffee is expensive, B, it's not good for you, and C, like, I don't think the caffeine content would do anything to me anyway, given I've spent my entire life doing nothing but drinking tea. Oh, now Vodi's actually going for a build I love. He's going for, oh, Vodi's opening Valkyries. I love this move. I love it so much. Oh. Body is appealing to the judge right now, although there's not really a judge as such. I'm going to be bigging up Vodi for the rest of the year because he went Valkyries in his game against Ogzerg. That's going to be my new thing. But Ogzerg is going for a very fast Hive. He is not going for a Spire, so the Valkyries are not really going to do anything. I mean, you can obviously go for the Overlords, but they take a while to die until you've got a decent number. But Ogzerg is going for the world's fastest Hive right now. Now, Ogzerg has actually opened up the path here, which means Vultures are going to be even more deadly, because Vultures can get in the third, and they can also go up this ramp and hit the natural at the same time, so opening that may have been a little bit of a bad move, but it does, of course, give them the ability to send another drone out to take a fourth base, as well as get units out easier from there as well, so this is shaping up to be a pretty cool TVZ so far, because we've got Valconic coming in. And I love Valconic so much. Although, is he just not going to build a Valkyrie? I mean, Valkyries are expensive. Like, I'm not going to lie. It costs a lot of money. And there's the Valkyrie. Okay, so we've got the Valkyrie coming online. Apparently, mint tea could be good for my aching stomach. But the trouble is, I don't like mint. Mint makes me feel sick. It's awful. I need to get some mugicha, some barley tea, because apparently barley tea is really good for you. And also, it apparently tastes really good. And it's really good in summer for cooling down. That's been like the recommendation from a lot of Japanese people I know. Like mugicha, definitely good tea. Probably is, like, I was a fussy eater when I was a kid, right? And what it meant was essentially, like, there was a lot of stuff I wouldn't try. Because in my head, before I've even tried it, my head is like, no, this is not tasty, you shouldn't eat this. And it sucks, because even though I'm 30 years old, I'm still trying to get over those hurdles. Because it still hits me. There's a lot of stuff I haven't tried, like tea, I've only ever drunk, like, English breakfast tea with milk. Like, I've never had any other kind of tea. So, I'm definitely not the best at trying things. I need to get better. But here we go. Valconic moving out on the map here. There's no... I was about to say there's no muteless that he has to worry about, but he is going to be able to phase out these 5 muters that we do have Ogzerg building right now. Is he going for a... Okay, no. I was going to say, is he rushing for a Great Aspire? Because that would actually be a good move on this map. Given how hard it would be to attack the Guardians. And especially if you take this third. Guardians can attack it from here and you can't do anything. But I love this Valkyrie push. Like, this Valkyrie push is so good. The Valkyries obviously make it so hard for the Muteless to come in. Look at this, he's going to be able to push in on the third. Now, if these minerals were still here, he would not be able to kill the hatchery. But because the minerals are gone, he is going to break his way through here. And Ogzerg is going to find himself in a very, very dangerous position. This third base is going to go down. He can actually run up to the natural as well. So many drones have just been killed. And a hatchery is going to go down as well. Now, is he going to save his Valkyrie? Yes, he is. Now, the 4th base is obviously up here as well. It's completely undefended. And Vodi has actually scanned it, I believe. Yeah, so he's going to go up there as well. And go kill... Oh, no, he's actually missed it. Now, there is a counterplay coming in here from the Ogzerg, which could actually do a decent amount of damage, but there's Vultures with speed, with Marines. Vodi is literally playing my favorite style of TVZ right now. Like, Vodi is playing TVZ how I love watching it. Mass Vulture, Mass Mine, Mass Speed Vulture, Mass Valkyrie, into Mass Vessel and Bio. It is so exciting to watch. It is the best style of TVZ to watch, and I love it. It's so interesting. Not enough people play it because it's so hard. Now, Vultures losing their lives before using their mines is definitely not something I would agree with, but unfortunately, you've got to do what you got to do sometimes. The Muters are absolutely melting here. No +1 damage, but look at this. We have Ultralisks coming in. And that is where this style struggles. We don't have any big heavy hitters. We don't have tanks. And there's still no mines. So these Ultralisks are going to run their way into the base. Finally, the mines are coming up here. But they're not going to stop the units from getting in. love how a single Ultra takes so long to die to, like, non-upgraded Marines. Oh, you don't want to lose your Vultures to your Mines. You definitely do not want that. But Ultras, losing those to Mines is a good move for the Terran. Oh, I love watching Ultras moving into Mines. Oh, look at that. So much destruction. This Ultra is still alive. It's got 7 kills. I thought it was dead already. That's why I didn't bother looking at it. Oh my goodness, 9 kills. Finally going down. Ultras are OP. Look how many mines that ate and didn't die. Just saying, guys. He's going for a mech switch, by the way. So going into tanks behind this. Tanks, definitely the better move against Ultras, but do need to micro. You can even pick it up with the dropship. That would also be good, buddy. Also, Lucky Noob offended that I said the mine, or the Ultra escape all the mines. He's like, no! Didn't eat the mines. It exploded before it hit it. But here we go. Looks like we are going to have the... Oh, so the barracks are being used to scout right now. He's going to see the 5th base is up. But the 3rd base was never actually rebuilt, so that's not the best position. Engineering being used to scout as well. And just how... Look at how majestic these units look. I'm going to turn off everything else and we're just going to look at Valkyries. That's what we're doing now. This is the game. We're gonna rename the VOD Valkyrie Watch, and that's all the game is. It's just me zoomed in on Valkyries, just following them around all game. Now Vodi is trying to push out. He doesn't have that much mech right now. It doesn't look like siege mode. Siege mode is done. Okay, he just didn't want to use it in that situation. Now Vultures coming in. This is another reason why you don't want to mine out these minerals, because look at this, the Vultures getting straight into the main. We've got Vultures and Zerglings going in, trying to attack. Not doing too much here, but gets a few hits off on some of those tanks before all the units die. Now what we need to see to make this game complete, we need to see... We need it. We need an infest. He built a Queen's Nest incredibly early. It's time for the Queens. Nukes would also be good in this situation, but... This is scary. I don't want to watch this. Scourge are so good against Valkyries, it's unreal. No! Ah! Wait. Oh my god, that went as best as it possibly could. Oh my god, look how fast these Mutalists are melting. Did he get plus... I keep thinking he's got +1 ship weapons. Wait, do we have +1 carapace? No, we don't. If he had +1 carapace, these Valkyries would be doing nothing. And he never got it. He's got so much gas and so many minerals, but he never went for it. Now the 5th base was cancelled. Tanks in the low ground here going to be taken down. These Mutalisks are doing so much. Body cannot push because the Scourge keep pushing the Valkyries away. But oh my goodness, the destruction! The destruction is so good. Oh, that's why you need +1 carapace. Oh, Valkyries are so good. I love it. Now the funny thing is, he's literally playing tank Valk right now. He's not building anything else. Now tanks are good, but against Lynx, they're not actually that good. Look how quick they die. Oh my god, tanks are so bad. There are Vultures over here though. They are mining up outside the base. Oh my god, he's gonna get so many of these Overlords. Oh, there's so much damage. So much destruction. Valkyries, if only he had +1 damage, this would look even funnier. Ah. Valkyries make life so much better. Oh my goodness. Look how OP Scourge are, man. They spawn and they kill Valkyries. It's not fair. Like, how is that fair? But here we go. Vulture's coming into the 4th base. Ogzerg really struggling with the amount of harassment. Is Vodi account sharing with Fantasy right now? Is that what we're seeing? Can I get someone to check the hotkeys, man? Like, that's pretty sick. He's getting so many drones. The harassment has been insane this game. Oh, and the mines are still doing work. Oh my god. That can happen? I did not know that was possible. Oh my goodness. I thought the mine outrun the Ultra. I've never seen that before. What the hell? I swear I've never seen that before. A sunken being used to kill a mine. Yeah, I just don't think I've ever seen that happen. Like, what the hell? That's the first time in like 10 years or something. I know, it's been 12 years now, holy shit. It's like when you pull... I can't think of an example, but when like you pull something back to cannons in PvZ or something, it's like that, but I've never seen it with a mine. Now if he does it again, I'm going to call him a god. Looks like he's not going to do it. Ogzerg, unfortunately not knowing the way that I want him to play the game. Looks like the Scourge and the Mutas get taken down once again by the sheer amount of Valkyries here. 2-1 on the mech, taking control of the high ground, securing his bottom left-hand base here. The bottom middle base, of course, is secured as well. And Vodi is moving forward to a position to checkmate his opponent here. Mine's going to be placed on his high ground. And I think this could be the push of death here. Scourge, though, they're so good. They're so good. But are they good enough? Can they kill all the Valkyries? If they can, a big Muta switch could be the end of the Terran here. But nice micro. Very nice micro. It's so hard to do that. He did lose a Valkyrie, but got all of the Scourge. And here we have it. So many tanks. There's enough tanks here to actually A-move in, I would say. But he wants to be careful. We've got another Valkyrie joining the fray. It's Tank Valk. And that is all he needs. Valkyrie man. That's what we want to see. And yeah, we've got 157 supply against 29. And all of the 29 supply are drones. Oh my goodness. Ogzerg is so dead right now. There is absolutely nothing he can do here. He cannot kill the tanks. He cannot kill the Valkyries. And he has been absolutely checkmated. He rushed for Hive. But unfortunately, the rush for Hive didn't give him the kind of technology he needed to beat the Terran. And yeah, the only option he has is to plague the tanks and drone drop. That is what he has to do. I mean, okay, Lings are pretty good against tanks as well, as we found out before, but you just can't build anything. Okay, Ultras are pretty good as well, but not when they run the wrong way. If they'd have actually just run towards the tanks, they would have done so much more. But yeah, even the Swarm, it doesn't matter when you've got this much splash damage. The Ultra Cannon going to be taken down. Ogzerg is mining barely now off of 3 bases. Scourge being taken down by 6 Valkyries. This is, oh my god, this man is literally building nothing but tanks and Valkyries. GG, Ogzerg taps out, and Vodi. Oh, why did you leave the replay? We could have saw more Overlords die. Vodi wins game number 4 and gets a clean 4-0 sweep for iRk. What were the results of the bets? Oh no, someone lost 1,000. No, okay. Someone bet 1 on Ogzerg and someone bet 1,000 on Vodi. Okay, so someone got 1 point. Oh, Guard Leopard got 1 point there. Nice bet, man. That was a safe bet, I think, but very nicely done there by Vodi. Let us head over to the results screen, and then we can go from there. So, as you can obviously all see, it's iRk versus Ash has finished. A 4-0 victory for iRk. I don't think anyone's super surprised at this result, given how unbelievably strong the roster are for iRk. But Ash put up a good fight. We had some good games there. That last one was definitely entertaining for me because I absolutely adore Valkyries. Yeah, that's what we're going for. So, we will be back. Whoa, I just closed everything, didn't I? How did I close it? What the hell? Okay, well, either way, let's go. Where are we going? Yeah, I guess we'll go here and just stare at the screen, the empty screen. But that's going to be me for today. So obviously we are going to have the winner of round 1A, which was played yesterday. If you want to check the VODs, they're on the channel. Or you can find out tomorrow when iRk face up against them. It's going to be the quarterfinals tomorrow, 2100 or 21:30 CEST. And it's going to be a good one. Don't go anywhere. Well, go somewhere for now, but then come back. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're watching this, you're watching the STPL. Hopefully, you've been enjoying what you've seen so far. If you want to help me make more STPL content to bring more tournaments to you, please support us on Patreon, which you can find up here. And also, there's so many different things you can get through Patreon. One of the main and one of the easiest ones to get is, of course, access to all of the replays of the STPL so far. We've had some amazing games, such as some of the games you can see just over here.